We're about 45 minutes into this. Holy cow. That air is thick. It's bitter. Kind of see my breath a little bit, but not giving up hope yet. I just did a grid search just to the right of where I found his last bed of blood. But I think it's best if I just head straight in from where I last saw him run. See if we can't get up on him. I hope so. If I would have known then what I know now. Man, if I would have known a lick about filming back then. Filming properly, I guess. Just crazy to think about. You know, I didn't put as much time into this buck as I should have. You know, just one of those things. I missed him in his prime. Just funny to think this whole story with Wideload started 4 years ago now, ended on the 3rd. Crazy. So, day one was a bust, which is okay. The weather was pretty okay. We had a wind blowing right to the east last night, which was pretty good for hunting, but for where we were anyway. Of course, hate saying it, but a lot of people know just as well as I do that when the rifle season kicks off here in northern Alberta, things get pretty busy. So a couple of the spots that I had wanted to originally go to, where I was getting pics of the big buck, you know, spots like that kind of got a little populated, and you know, there was a lot of traffic, I guess would be the easiest way to sum it up, which is not ideal and it's not really safe. So when, you know, you see other hunters out there within the area, honestly, I don't look for conflict. I kind of just go off, I leave, I do my own thing and let it be. It is what it is. So that's the thing that comes with hunting public land, though. It's everyone's land to share, and we just got to learn how to do it effectively so that everyone can still enjoy themselves. But there's always a select group of hunters that will ruin it for everyone. Thankfully, I haven't really run into that yet this year. as it gets pretty bad sometimes. But other than that, I would say about 99% of hunters are pretty good to the land and pretty good to each other. So besides all the politics, it's time to head out, keep moving forward, and hopefully get on a big whitetail. After having a doe walk into my rattling sequence, it was only a matter of time before a buck showed up. And having it be my first time sitting in this specific spot this season, I realized just how much of a challenge it was going to be to get good footage of Wideload if he came in due to the extremely close quarters. Wideload decided to walk in on me at 20 yards. However, he was looking me dead in the eyes, and there was nothing I could do except stay still and wait for him to look away. Even when he did look away, I was still in shock that he had just walked in that close to me after my rattling sequence. I wasn't able to get my rifle up on him in time until he slipped back into the pines and decided to circle around in front of me. Knowing I only had a few minutes to get into a better shooting position because of where he was headed, I decided to climb up into my tree stand that I had nearby that was about 20 yards up the trail from where I was sitting. After climbing into my stand quickly and quietly, it was almost like clockwork. Wideload walked up the small trail just to my right, passed through a small opening, and presented me with an opportunity to pull the trigger. Making mistakes is all a part of hunting. After I shot Wideload, I made a big one. I thought my shot was solid. It looked like I drilled him because of how quickly he dropped. So I climbed down out of my stand and started walking towards him. This caused his adrenaline to spike, making him run deeper and deeper into the bush. Since it was last light and getting dark fast, I decided to try and make up for the mistake that I had just made, back out, and come back in the morning when it was light so I could get a clear view of what I was looking for. Okay guys, so after leaving him overnight because I was unsure of the shot, coming back out, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning here. I wanted to let full daylight come in so that I could see everything perfect, see if there's any blood that I missed. But now the search is on for him. I felt pretty good about the shot, but the blood that I saw last night said otherwise. So I guess the search is on, and time to head into the bush to try and find this thing. Man, oh man. This is what we're working with. Very, very thick bush. But the best way to do this is to go to the spot that I'm 99.9% sure that I shot him, and start from there, and then work my way towards the blood that I saw yesterday. And I think this one's gonna have to be off instinct and guessing, which sometimes it's worked for me in the past. But when you got very little blood, you just got to use the knowledge that you have as a hunter to try and find his location, I guess. We're about 45 minutes into this. Holy cow. That air is thick. It's bitter. I kind of see my breath a little bit, but not giving up hope yet. I just did a grid search just to the right of where I found his last bed of blood. But I think it's best if I just head straight in from where I last saw him run. See if we can't get up on him. I hope so. Alright. That looks pretty good. It looks like he stumbled a bit here. Bedded down maybe. He was definitely hurting here though. Oh yeah, right here. Look at all that. Baby. Oh my gosh. Wideload. Stiff as a board. He's been expired for some time now. I mean, to be 100% honest with you, I'm actually really surprised that no predators have picked away at him with the amount of coyotes we had this year. It's a good thing though. That could not have worked out any better. I mean, obviously not 100% ideal, but it's nice to not have to keep on chasing. Sometimes giving them that extra time is all the more worth it, as much of a pain as it's going to be to get a stiff body all the way out of here by hand.
Well folks, the story of Wideload has finally come to an end. If you've been following along with our page from the beginning, you know that I've been watching this buck for such a long time. It's been about 3 years, and he hasn't traveled more than between these two quarters that I hunt him here. There's so many bucks out here, it's actually crazy. When I was walking in looking for him, there were so many scrapes, and I'll show you guys on the way out. But this is an ancient buck. This thing is old. Look at the color of his hide, gray, his noggin, everything about this deer screams old. So the last couple of years that I've had him on camera, this year was his first year of decline. He was solid last year. He was going good the year before that. You know, obviously would have preferred to shoot him in his prime, but I am so blessed. I was able to finish his story as opposed to Mother Nature or another hunter. Me and this buck have a great history, and it came to fruition today when we put the hammer down and we're able to get everything done. So after, not an ideal recovery, at least the coyotes and the birds didn't get to him before I did. This is my last Alberta tag. It has been such an exhilarating ride, and I cannot wait to go to Saskatchewan to hunt some big Saskatchewan giants. But today was a great day. We finished off Wideload. Everything went to plan, sorta, and yeah, we can't complain. Early November, necks are puffed out. Absolutely fantastic how hard these bucks are getting into the rut. It's the best time of year to hunt whitetails in my opinion, obviously, and can't wait to do it all again next year. I'm going to be coming back to this spot for years to come. I think I might have found my new honey hole. So thank you, Wideload, for the chase the last couple years, and really appreciate you giving your life so that I can eat and me and my family can have full stomachs. But this is what it's about. The chase is the best part, and finally getting hands on. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get to it.